sweltering heats of the Mojave Desert, to the unpredictable habitat of Tanzania's Serengeti, to the murky depths of the Mariana Trench, to the exhilarating heights of Mount Kilimanjaro, you have the pleasure of listening to From Chicago to Dummast, the Dummast Podcast. Yo, what is up, everybody? It is your boy, Icekold. You have made it to episode 78 of the Dummast Podcast, and I got a co-host today. I got a co-host today. I got the most known unknown up in here. We got a lot to talk about. What's that? Wait. What's that on your ear, bro? What's that on your ear, bro?
I caught a stray, bro.
You caught it straight.
Got some shrapnel.
You got take it off. Let me see. Where it get you? It got you on the ear?
I turned my head just in time, looking at it like I saw this ass walk by. And I turned my head just in time for it to.
Oh, divine intervention right there.
Divine,
bro. You the chosen one, bro.
Man,
you might be the chosen.
As
one,
Tim
bro.
Scott said, like the roaring lion, the next coming, the rapture, baby.
Bro, I think you should run for the president of the United States, bro.
I might win.
What's up with these people, bro? Bro, we got a lot. We got a lot.
Nigga, this is just like Band-Aids under the I-90s, baby.
Bro, what the fuck? Bro, it's literally people out there walking around with their shit on. Man, take that shit off, bro.
Many men wish death upon me.
Bro, what the fuck is going on with people, bro?
Silly shit off, man.
Hey, take that shit off, bro.
Look, man.
If he got shot, like, don't get me wrong, I'm not one of those people that think it's staged. I don't.
What you mean if he got shot?
What I mean is
clarify.
He could have got hit by shrapnel, which is what a lot of people are saying. It wasn't the actual bullet. The bullet ricocheted off something or went through something. Some people are saying it's glass. Some people are saying, because why ain't they giving the medical report on it?
Because he's a very private dude and he don't want to seem human.
Right, but how easy is it?
Here's my opinion. He got shot by either a fragmentation of a round, like it fragmented and hit him, which means it could have just been a cheap round, or he was just touched by the Heavenly Father, and he just got the smallest of nicks ever reported.
Right.
And it's possible.
A lot of people say it went through the prompter, and glass, like a shard, could have, just came by.
Well, here's the thing with that round: if it went through the prompter, it would have kept going. It wouldn't. Would it have redirected somehow? It could have fragmented. A piece could have broken off, and that could have been what hit him on the ear or something like that. But even still, there's so much going on in that whole.
Bro, we got a lot to. I know I keep saying it. We got a lot to talk about. So let's kind of
break it down, because I got a list.
Let's break it down.
I honestly had to make a list for this one. So,
bro, I want to talk about. I want to talk about the assassination attempt.
Okay.
I want to talk about the people out there that think it's staged. Now, like I said, I have my. I don't think it's staged at all.
Okay.
Like, I don't think it's staged at all. But you got a lot of people that think it's staged. So we're gonna have to talk about that. I'm gonna talk about staged meaning it never happened.
Let me staged or a hoax. Stage mean
Both.
like he planned it, or a hoax mean
Yes.
like it never happened?
There are two people. There's two sides of the coin there, because you got two people. I mean, you got people saying the same thing, that it's either a hoax, like it never happened, or it's been staged, like he knew it was coming. Which
Okay.
that shit's ridiculous. But
Okay.
anyway, I want to talk about the RNC. Shit, we got to talk about old man Biden clinging on to power, putting himself in front of the party. I want to talk about the people trying to push him out of the party. We got a lot to talk about. So let's just break it down, bro.
All right.
We whatever this conversation take us, bro, because we got a lot to cover. We got a lot to cover, and I should have went. We should have went live, or we should have did something when it happened. But again, I
was telling my wife, we got to start calling this the OBE show, bro.
The OBE, what's that?
In my line of work, we call OBE, overcome by events. It's like when we finally get to it, it's already over. I ain't seen
exactly,
so many videos that already came out that it's already over. But it's so much controversy. It's still relevant,
I know, but it's like my life is so hectic at night.
Yeah,
because my son, he just don't sleep. Just I'm a father, so and I know how how that go, but it's like that shit don't hit me until the nighttime where I'm on duty and I got all this shit to do. The daytime I be fine to record and make content, but nobody else is, and I understand that because people work. You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna have to start. We'll holler at it. But where you want to start? Because I got bullet points on my screen. So you
let's start with the assassination attempt.
All right. So sniper, no sniping. Go ahead. Where you got?
Sniper, no sniping.
Sniper, no sniping.
So if you've been living under a rock, Donald Trump, there was an assassination attempt on Donald Trump's life. Like you mentioned before, I believe that man was very lucky. Like you can literally see him.
Can I tell a funny story before we get into this?
Go ahead.
All right. Let me give you a funny story real quick. And you know about this, but this is funny for the show. So I'm on a plane coming back from Florida when the news come out that Donald Trump been shot. Now we on the plane, everybody in airplane mode, and my son is getting bored. DJ's getting bored, and he's asking me, "Dad, can I get the Wi-Fi?" And so I finally put him on the Wi-Fi. He gets a text from one of his friends. He's 12 years old. Donald Trump been shot. Now I'm like, nah, DJ, Donald Trump ain't been shot, bro. And he like, nah, Dad, my boy just said Donald Trump been shot. And I'm sitting there like, all right, let me get the Wi-Fi so I can figure this out. And so I get the Wi-Fi. I figured out. I text y'all. I'm like, hey, yo, did Donald Trump get shot? And so now I'm on the plane with this information that I would have to assume nobody else know. Coming from Trump country, and my daughter starts laughing, my son starts giggling.
And y'all on the plane laughing.
While we on the plane, my wife is asleep because she threw Dramamine. She's knocked out. I'm trying to send her messages like, hey, yo, and so I types out this message to my kids. I'm like, look, we coming from Florida. All these motherfuckers on this plane is coming from Florida too. When this plane land and everybody get off airplane mode, we don't know what the fuck's about to happen. I said, I need y'all to get y'all shit, and we gonna get off this motherfucker as quick as possible. I was just like, I don't want no grins, don't laugh, don't do nothing. Now Chris still asleep. You know Chris still asleep. I'm like, I want to be like, just get the fuck off the plane, right? So I'd already briefed the kids. Man, Chris wakes up. I'm trying to tell her, like, check your phone. We touch down, everybody gets off airplane mode, and everybody's phones just bling, 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 bling. The chick next to Chris starts crying. The old lady next to Chris starts crying, and she's sitting there trying to hold it in. Like I'm like, keep it together, motherfucker. The chick,
I don't know if I could have kept it together.
She sit there and said, "That's what they want. That's what they always wanted. They just want to take them out." And Chris is trying to keep it together. I'm like, Lord, let us get off this motherfucking plane.
You was like You was like Samuel. We gotta get our ass off this motherfucking plane.
And I was just praying that these motherfuckers didn't go crazy on this plane, bro. I'm like, let us get off this fucking plane. And this lady next to Chris, she's sitting next to Chris. She had been like 80 years old, just so fucking old, Trump supporter. And she just reading the story, she just starts bawling like Jesus died. You know what I'm saying? And Chris is just trying to keep it together and not laugh in her fucking face, y'all. And it's just crazy. We get in the airport, everybody heads in their phone, bro. Like everybody walking with their head in their phone. Them motherfuckers just didn't know how to act. But that was crazy and scary. You texted me the whole time talking about something. I couldn't be on that plane. I couldn't be
on that plane, bro. I couldn't be on because bro. All right, so this is how I found out. And it's good we talking about this because everybody always talk about where were you when this happened? And I think this is one of those moments. No, it's not like 9/11 or anything, but it's up there. You know what I'm saying? So I was playing the fishing game. I think I was. Yeah, I was, playing the fishing game on Xbox. And Tyrese hit me up. And he was like, he's like, hey, they hit that nigga, Joe. I'm like, what is you talking about? He's like, yeah, they got his ass. I'm like, well, what you talking about? He's like, man, bro, they tried to take out Trump. I'm like, all right, bro, I hit you back. Bro, I was scrambling trying to get to the TV, bro. And matter of fact, I was so in the dark. By the time I looked at the chat, y'all was already talking about it. I was just like cut off from the world at that point. I was in my game. I was having fun. I was relaxed. I'm on the bed, bro. I ain't even down here, bro. I'm in the bed. I'm laid up. Feet, legs crossed and everything. Bro, soon as I cut that joint on, bro, I started dying laughing because it's, you know what? It's not like, bro, I hate to say it, bro. Bro, I'm not gonna say it. I don't want to laugh at anybody's misfortune.
I don't think.
But if anybody deserved to get get theirs, like no, bro, hear me out. I don't want to see nobody.
I don't see it as a comeuppance.
Well, no, because that's gonna give him the. I mean, he got the keys to the castle now. He gonna be our next president again. You know what I'm saying? But,
yeah, tell me about it. I mean, if you ain't figured out a 12-point swing, Jesus Christ.
But here's the thing.
I'm gonna tell you what part that made it funny for me. Because there is some humor in this. What made it funny for me is when I finally got off this plane and I'm looking around at the people coming off the plane. I'm looking around at the people in the baggage claim.
Somber.
And no. These are the same motherfuckers that you see on all these TikTok videos. These same people that think that Trump is Jesus.
Yes.
And the lunacy of them is what was funny. Now, somebody taking a shot at Trump, that's not funny to me, man.
No.
I'm gonna tell you, man. Until I was definitely nervous until I heard that he was okay, because the shit that would have went down had he died would have been just insane.
This is true. This is 100%.
It would. I mean, Biden might as well just counted his days. I mean, it would have been insane. But so I'm glad that powder keg didn't get lit. But it was so funny watching these people on this plane realize that this nigga is human. Like he bled.
It's snorting, bro.
They saw his blood. It's like Kim Jong. It's like Kim Jong Il. Like the nigga say he don't got a booty hole. Like these people over there think he's a god. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that if they can humanize him, to see the shock on their face that he's human, that was funny. In that unique moment of their shock and awe of
wait, who got shot? Wait, he That's our king.
Of just the realization that he can be touched, that he was
Exactly.
human enough to be
Xerxes.
touched.
It's the Xerxes effect.
Exactly. Exactly.
If y'all don't know what the Xerxes
The
effect
spirit
is,
that hit his cheek is just enough.
yeah. And
The
if y'all
guy
don't know what the Xerxes effect is, that's
for
in the
300.
movie 300, they thought he was a god. He thought he was a god. They thought he was a god.
He
And
he
just
called
that
himself a
little,
God King.
yeah, and just that little scratch let the world know that he is not a god. He bleeds just like everybody else. This is what made it. Like I said, I don't want to see. It's very hard to explain why it's funny to me, and it's some of it is that, but it's a little bit more nuanced with me because you know me, I'm making videos, I'm making content, and I'm basically on one side saying this man cannot be president, and you're dealing with a base of people that are low information, low education. And that right there is their leader. That is their cult leader. So to see him with all the rhetoric he has spewed, all the division he has caused, to see him, basically in that very moment lose a chink in his armor, it was amusing to me.
I've only seen
I don't want to see no one actually get taken out that way. And it was the same thing back when he caught COVID. And I remember saying this. I remember, and here's a perfect example of how I'm feeling. I said back then when COVID was running rampant and he was trying to downplay how dangerous COVID was, I said that I wish he got COVID. I don't want to see him die from COVID, but I want him to catch it so he can know how serious this situation is. And he caught it, but at the same time, he just doubled down on the dumb shit. But anyway, I digress. Like I said, like you said, this had a very, very strong chance of taking this country in a wrong direction.
I will say one more thing though. I've only seen one I don't know if it was a political pundit or just a cable news person say, out of all the violence that he's called for, you know, good people on both sides, stand back and stand by or whatever.
Mitt Romney. I mean, I'm sorry, not Mitt Romney. John McCain. I like soldiers who don't get caught.
Yeah. The January 6th thing, like out of all the violence that he or the rhetoric, the violent rhetoric that he stewed, to have something touch him, you would think that that's karma. That's just.
Yes.
But to hear his RNC speech, you could tell it didn't change a goddamn thing.
No, and you thought it was. He faked us out. He pump faked because
he
for
started,
about a good 10 minutes.
We'll get there, but he started good, but he couldn't help it.
He had a tone to it. You know what I'm saying? But but he couldn't help it. He could not help it.
So where do you want to start with this ordeal?
Let's start by talking
let's
about.
Let's.
No, there's a point I want to make.
Okay, go ahead.
And I made a short about it. I don't know if you saw it.
No,
not a short, but a TikTok and I made some type of video.
I don't
for
do
it.
TikTok. So.
Right. Ply said it the best to me. Ply said everybody. I'm sorry. He said the victim. I'm sorry. The bully is always the first to play the victim.
I think I saw that. Yeah.
So in that right there is what hit home to me. We just ran through just a few, like 1% of all the rhetoric he has spewed out there. And now you have, because that happened, you have people on that side, the MAGA side, saying, well, look what you caused Joe Biden. Your words caused him to get shot.
I think
Your
he
words.
says when some shit happens, nobody plays victim faster than the bully.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I find it very weird. I find it very funny, actually, that they're screaming victim when there has been one person, and don't get me wrong, the other side can do it too, but there has been one person consistently doing this, consistently causing division in this country, and it's been Donald Trump.
Well, I think the issue was in the Lester Holt interview. Biden said something about bullseye or crosshair. He made reference to getting Trump in the bullseye or getting Trump in the crosshair, but he was talking about, how people was avoiding his record and avoiding his policies and things like that. But just
it sounds like but even that sounds like a reach to me.
Well, it's just the double, the dual meaning, and it can be isolated and used out of context to say, oh, he motivated the what's now. This gunman was a Republican, a registered Republican, donated to
right.
Republican,
but even with the information that came out today, he was targeted. He was looking at both sides.
Yeah, and so we still don't have a clear understanding of his motive and motivation. So
right.
I think he was he was doing some research on other mass shooters to even the kid in Minnesota. I mean, it's to the point that now guns are so easily obtained that anybody who just want to live in infamy can commit a mass murder and die famous because the fame I didn't get in life, I'll get in death by killing multiple people.
No, but I truly believe he thought he was surviving that.
And so
I don't think it was a kamikaze mission.
So
man.
Yes, it had to be. It had to be. So
you're talking about a 20-year-old dude who had explosives in his car and all this stuff. I believe he thought he was gonna get away somehow.
Never.
Well, I know that shit wasn't gonna happen, but in his mind, he probably thought he was gonna get away. I don't think he went there to die.
I'm looking down the HR complaint because I cussed one of my coworkers out yesterday because it's so much of this. I lost my shit on one of my coworkers. It's so much of this shit that you just have to unpack if you are familiar with that weapon, if you're familiar with that round, if you have a understanding on engaging a target with that weapon, and have any type of understanding of a counter sniper team. It's no way he was going to take a shot and not give away his position. You had to know that the minute I shoot, somebody.
You didn't have to know that. You're dealing with a 20-year-old. The young kids think they invincible, bro.
They're gonna find you, bro.
Of course, I know that. Any person with common sense would know that. It's just some of the things like no manifesto, no, usually they leave, they tell you when they go there to die, they and so
they're
I
a
don't
little
know.
bit more prepared to die, if you will.
Exactly.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying there.
Yeah. But who knows? I mean, the dude, they smoked the dude, so who knows by now? Let's talk about this.
And I
have
to think that, well, I don't have to think. I pretty much know that they're slow releasing a lot of this information. They're extremely slow walking this. I don't know why it's being slow walked to the public, but it is extremely slow walked to the public right now. I have my theories that I won't talk about on this podcast, but it's being extremely slow walked to the public.
Okay, let's talk about this because I didn't even mention this.
Okay,
how big of a security breakdown for the Secret Service is this?
This is all right. So let's just jump on the Secret Service. I have a whole bullet on this one. This is the greatest debacle in the Secret Service since I would say the Reagan issue. Um, since Reagan, I think the biggest thing that probably happened with the Secret Service is them getting, the prostitutes and under the Obama administration. That's the prostitute issue. Where they went down on the advance team, went down and got caught with some hookers and shit like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
but this
I didn't know where you was going with that. Like
no,
Obama getting hookers?
no,
What the
no, no,
fuck?
no, no, no. The advance team went down and
Yeah. I remember that.
had a good time. This is by
Had a good
far
time.
the worst handling of this situation that I've ever seen. The director just 2 days ago finally accepted responsibility. Like the buck stops on you. And I'm telling you, and this is gonna sound horrible, and it can only sound horrible. I can't say this in any way that doesn't sound horrible, but she needs to be fired, and
The director?
she needs to be fired solely because she's a she.
What? Okay, you gonna have to unpack that one.
Okay, I will unpack that one. First of all, if a male director had that happen, he would have been fired already. She has a hearing on Monday to
Mm-hmm.
explain herself because in all the efforts to explain herself, she keeps trying to pass the buck. The first explanation, she tried to blame local police.
Mm-hmm.
Now, on the 15th interview, she said that the buck stops with me, it's my fault. On the congressional on the congressional panel today, she gave a statement but didn't take questions, then disconnected and hung up the thing. So they're doing a hearing on Monday, a open public hearing on Monday. But if she was a guy, they would have she would have been fired already. One, two, her whole big claim to fame is that she wants to make the Secret Service 30% women. 30% women in the Secret Service, which I can understand. I can understand the desire to diversify the Secret Service. But with that being said, the Secret Service have to be willing to take a bullet for the president. And the Secret Service have to be willing to carry the president and have to be of similar stature of the president. Did you see all? I saw at least 4, maybe 6 women, different women in the video coverage of the Donald Trump shooting. How many how many of them were as tall as Donald Trump?
Not one of them.
How many were as wide as Donald Trump?
Not one of them.
So
The
if
one you see,
someone
the blonde one that you see most, she looks small.
she was using her arms and she can only put you
Yeah.
like so why is she on his protective detail? Donald Trump is 6'2", Eric is 6'5", Barron is 6, Melania, the NBA player, like
Because that Barron Trump is tall as shit. Hey, he got some tall kids. Eric, like you said, is 6'5", Donald 6'2", Junior is 6'1".
The tallest lady I saw, just by my visual estimation, was 5'8", 5'9". What the fuck is she doing there? She can't protect him because she's not of his head height. So if she was standing next to him and the guy took a headshot, he's still getting shot. So I get diversity, but unless we get a Marco Rubio president, it don't fly.
It don't make sense. I hate that. Makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of
Obama
sense.
was 6'3", 6'2", 6'3".
Biden's not a short person.
Biden ain't short.
Yeah, Biden ain't short.
We can't have presidents protected by individuals that can't cover him head to foot.
Exactly.
They can't carry him. Trump a big boy. He chunky.
Trump might be pushing 3, bro.
They can't.
Trump might be pushing 3, bro.
If it was her and him, she couldn't carry him out.
No. And I get what you're saying.
So it just don't work. Height and weight don't work. You got the one chick who couldn't reholster her weapon. Did you see that video where she just kept bumbling, trying to get it? And then the worst one was the one chick who didn't protect Trump at all. She hid behind the bulletproof glass where everybody was hovering on Trump. She was behind the glass. So she basically decided, I ain't giving my life for him.
Wow.
So the Secret Service, the Secret Service is it needs an overhaul, bro. She gotta go.
Yeah, like you said, it makes a lot of sense. Now, here's Derek, hold on.
30% active agents. I can't.
Well, I was about to say that. Okay. There's a lot of jobs in the Secret Service you can have. You don't have. I mean, there's other Secret Service details these women can have.
Not presidential.
But they shouldn't. If the height and weight and the strength and the speed don't match for someone like your average Secret Service person, then maybe you shouldn't have that job. This is like saying just because I'm a punter, I should be playing quarterback. No, everybody has their role. Everybody has their role. Everybody on this team has their role. I'm going to put you in positions where you can succeed the best. And if she can't succeed, not because of her own skill, but just because of her stature, then maybe she shouldn't be there. Bro, that makes a lot of sense, what you said.
I went and looked up the standards today for the Secret Service. And the Secret Service standard said that men and women must meet the same standards to be a Secret Service agent. But then right under that, it says the physical fitness and the physical fitness standards for men and women are different. So how are we meeting the same? It's the same thing as the Army standards. The Army's physical fitness standards for men and women are different, but the jobs are different as well. But if the women in the military want to do the same jobs as the men, they have to meet the men's standards. So when women want to join special forces, they have to meet the one special forces standard. When women want to join the infantry, they have to meet the one infantry standard. And there have been women who have met that standard and earned that title. It's not for everybody. But if you're going to be a agent on the presidential detail, and I saw at least 6 of them, I would bet my last dollar that 6 of them combined couldn't lift Trump with his fat ass. Dude, Trump is pushing 250, 300.
Bro, like I said, that dude is about 3. He gotta be, bro, because he's wide as shit and he tall, bro.
So if he got hit,
bro, I'm 265, bro.
So
I'm 265. I'm not big as Trump.
If he got hit and was dead weight, you think they could have hoisted him up and got him out of there in time? All right.
I would think, honestly, like, nah, bro. I can't see.
Did you see when those guys?
I couldn't even see 4 women.
Did you see when those guys jumped on top of him? When they were on top of him, did you see an inch of him? There was one camera on the bottom underneath the crowd that got that one shot of him. But from that sniper's position, from that shooter's position, he could not make heads or tails of where Trump was in that huddle.
No.
Them guys covered him from the rooter to the tutor. And then when he stood him up, that chick got right in front of his face and exposed his whole head.
Yep.
His whole chin was over the top of her head. That don't fly, bro. That is not a diversity hire job. I'm sorry. It just ain't.
Wow.
If it was Biden, we'll say the same thing. If it was Obama, we would say the same goddamn thing. It just don't fly.
Yeah.
So
let's move on, bro. Let's talk about
I need them to fire her on Monday, bro.
We'll see. I doubt if it happened though.
They need to fire her on Monday.
Yeah, they do, but I just doubt if it happens. I doubt if it happens because she's a woman.
Well, see, but see, that's the thing. So you can have the leadership ability, the leadership position, but you can't take the leadership responsibility when you fail.
That's the world we living in, bro.
Nah,
I mean, I hate
bro.
to say it. I think you're 100% right.
Nah, bro. You cannot.
I think you're 100% right. But the world we living in, they consider that especially with this administration.
Hold on. If Trump win the presidency, you think she gonna have her job?
Nope.
He gonna fire the fuck out of her.
Yeah. 100%.
I almost died on your watch.
But this administration, they look at shit like that, bro. They want to, it's whatever.
If she had any integrity, she would quit. She would tender her resignation. She would tender her. How did you not even? Why wasn't there a sniper on that building for Trump? Why didn't we have a sniper on that building?
Exactly.
Let's talk about that.
Wait, do you see how big that building was?
Let's switch to that. Let's switch to this because this is why I cussed my coworker out. Let's switch to the weapon. This dude had you have a DMPS Panther, right?
Mm-hmm.
This dude had a DMPS Panther AR-15, same rifle you have. Maximum effective range 500 yards, 500 meters. Trump was 137 meters away. So I hate the fact that people keep saying sniper. This nigga wasn't. I'm sorry. This boy wasn't a sniper. This was another individual that had a weapon that he did not know how to shoot. Because had he been a trained shooter at 137 meters,
it's not far.
The maximum effective range of that weapon is 500 meters.
Yeah.
That's not that far, bro.
It's not far. It's not far at all.
Any trained shooter, and this is the argument I got with my coworker because he's not prior service, and he was sitting in a room full of prior service people who's all qualified on that weapon. And to qualify on that weapon, you have to engage targets at 100 meters. I'm sorry, 50 meters, 100 meters, 125 meters, 200 meters, and 300 meters. We've all done this. And I'm sitting there telling this guy who's never shot this rifle before that this rifle can make that shot. The only reason that this kid missed is he's not trained and hubris because he went for a headshot. But had he went for a body shot,
take. That is a good take. I thought about that. Why wouldn't he just go for the body shot?
I watched this video of Trump at that particular moment where he was, talking and he was pointing at the
graph.
No, he's pointing at the signs behind him, the billboards.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And his head was just this, like he's going back and forth, and he's pointing behind him. He look at this, and he's back and forth with the crowd. Why would you even take that shot with his?
Why didn't he check down?
Huh?
Why didn't he check down? If he saw the head moving like this, you check down. Okay, I can't hit the head now. Send a mass at that point. Yeah,
Call of Duty.
Yeah,
Call of Duty. Call of fucking Duty. Trump is a 70 something year old man.
Mm-hmm.
A shot sent a mass from 137 meters. With that round, Trump likely wouldn't have survived that shot anyway. It would have went in about the size of a dime quarter, and they would have exited in ugly fashion. Trump probably wouldn't have survived that shot. Most people wouldn't have survived that shot. Not at 100, with a maximum effective range at 500 meters. You only, it's not even 100. You're not even half the maximum range of that weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Hubris. I'm gonna shoot him in the head, and he just happened to turn his head just enough to get grazed.
Divine intervention, right there, bro. Hey, the angels came down to save that.
I saw the video of the guy who got hit and killed. His melon was popped.
I didn't even see that. I didn't see.
I'll send it to you.
I don't want to see it.
His melon was popped.
So he got hit in the head.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Wow.
And I take that. I don't want to say it like that because that's. I mean, that was a firefighter, but it was evident that he was a headshot casualty, and that's, I think that was what he wanted. That type of devastation in front of his wife
On
and
live TV.
kids on live
But
TV
on
is what
live
he
TV,
wanted for
yeah.
Trump. But had he just went center mass, had he just went slightly lower, had he went cross took a crosshair picture of it's just the fact that he just went like this and Trump turned his head.
Mm-hmm.
And so I mean it again, you have weapons of war that anybody can buy, and it's just another little kid that or another. It's kind of like that guy. Remember we saw that guy in Virginia at the city in Richmond who had the Barrett. He was like maybe 400 something pounds walking around with the Barrett sniper rifle. It's like, bro, we know you don't know how to use that fucker, but I got the money, and I'll buy it. But you're no sniper, So yeah, just
Let's move on, bro.
hubris,
Let's
bro.
move on. Yep, that's true. Let's talk about this RNC, bro. Bro, this whole
Hold on, let me get another Band-Aid.
Visually, if you're a MAGA supporter, if you're a supporter of Trump, I can see how you love that. I can see how you love that. I mean, bro, the lies being told up in that place, bro. I watched it. I didn't watch it all in its entirety. The last night I watched maybe 65% of it. I didn't even see the Hulk Hogan part. I saw the clips after Hulk Hogan. I saw Trump's whole speech, which was like, bro, what the fuck are you talking about? You talking way too long. And like you talking about Hannibal Lecter and shit like that, bro. It got weird. It went off the cuff, bro. Like it got real wonky, bro. Like they had Hulk Hogan there. They had Amber Rose there.
Can you help me with this one? I don't get what he's trying to land with that Hannibal Lecter joke.
Like I have no idea what the fuck he was.
He'd love to have you for dinner. Like Hannibal Lecter is a fictional character.
Not only that, but he said the late great. He referred to him
like
as
he was
the
like
late,
he was real, right?
The late great Hannibal Lecter. You know, like what the fuck are you talking about, bro? Like lately he's been doing this shit, bro, and people don't think he has cognitive issues. He has cognitive issues too because he's just been going off. Bro, did you ever see the video where
he messed up just as many names as Biden, bro?
Bro, did you get the video where he went off on his tangent talking about sharks and electric boats? Did you ever see that shit? Bro, when you get a chance, look at this shit, bro. He just start talking about sharks and electric boats at the same time. And then he was like, well, these electric vehicles, I'd rather stay on an electric boat instead of getting eaten by a shark. Bro, it was crazy. And like, bro, it's like he just lost it, bro. He just lost it. He just blacked out and just started talking about this shit, bro. And that Hannibal Lecter shit reminded me of that. Like out of nowhere, you talking about Hannibal Lecter. He just pulling lies out of his ass, bro. This dude said 100,000 people are being killed every year by migrants, bro. That shit don't even make sense.
But let's there was a method to that madness that I can't stand, but I can also appreciate the execution of it. You got fact and fiction every other person, and it was so interwoven that I can bet those people left there thinking everything they heard was true.
Exactly, they did. Exactly,
you got slut walk Amber Rose get up there and act like she a conservative.
Bro, with this stupid looking fucking tattoo on her head, bro.
But
this bitch look ridiculous, bro. But Amber Rose looks fucking ridiculous.
But then you have the mom who said that, hey, I've been a Democrat all my life, and my son was a war veteran, and he was killed by a migrant in New York, and Alvin Bragg let him go. Alvin Bragg dropped the charges, and with no explanation, with no context, that sounds fucking horrible because he dropped the charges, and no one knows why. And then you had fucking Hulk Hogan come up and what you gonna do, brother? And rip his shirt out. And then you had somebody else with a valid point come up, and then you had
It was
Kid Rock
weird. They
up.
staggered the
Then you had
bullshit with
and
sympathy.
people went out thinking that everything they heard was the red meat. Everything they heard was fact. And even Trump did it. He came out, unify, 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 and they're thinking like he's gonna be the great uniter, and then he went right back into his shtick. And
Mm-hmm.
and the whole event was this nice wave of euphoria, this nice wave of fact and fiction. Where these if you looked at the crowd, they were just hooping and hollering. This nice wave of fact and fiction. It was, oh, there's a black person, oh, there's a white person, there's a foreigner, there's a wrestler, there's Kid Rock, there's a and here's JD Vance's immigrant wife, and here's JD Vance, and like it's just this wave of just so. And here's what was that, Tim Scott, and then here's another white evangelist. And it's just,
Bro,
and,
that shit that
and
was a
the
bro.
dopamine hit was just constant. And they left there thinking that everything is a-okay.
And it is. In a world it is. And even not even in a world, bro. They did, I'm gonna tell
You know
you,
why
and
it
I
is? You know why it is in
wait,
their
wait, wait, hold on. Let me finish the
no, go ahead. Go
the
ahead.
the Republicans did a really nice job of bringing a party together. I ain't even gonna front, bro.
Mhm.
I hate to say it, but they are 100% behind a presidential candidate, and you cannot say that for the Democrats. This shit is a shit show. But they look like they were on the same page. Just think, this is the Republican Party. 3 weeks ago, you know, none of the motherfuckers could get along. Bro, look how long it took to get a fucking Speaker of the House. And then they tried to throw the new Speaker of the House out. They're never on the same page, but you can't see that from that convention?
You know why? Because they feed their base a a constant stream of you're gonna win and we're gonna win and we're winners.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And no one even knows what the fucking game is. Like, what are we winning? I don't know, but we're gonna win.
But we gonna keep winning.
We're gonna keep
We on the
winning.
winning side. We
And
on the
and
winning side.
and who wins? Oh, the 1%, or who wins? Oh, the rich, or who wins? But they're Republicans, and if they win, you'll win. Republicans vote for the 1% for the off chance that one day they become the 1% too. Think about that. There is no goddamn reason that Alabama,
Exactly.
Mississippi,
Arkansas,
Louisiana,
Atlanta,
Arkansas.
all these states
No,
where
just specifically Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana. There are no Texas. There are I said Texas, but just to
no.
say those three. There's no reason why those three states are red states. They're the poorest states in the country. They're the most white welfare states, but they're Republican states because the off chance of we ain't black on welfare, and one day we aspire to be rich and we want these things in place for our richness.
It's crazy, bro.
And then we
That
do it, and when it's there, we win.
that's crazy. They have done a great job of and of painting a picture. Okay, let me say that Dems and Republicans do this. They both demigod. They both
Mhm.
try to paint a picture like fearmonger. You know what I'm saying? They got this.
No,
Democrats will fearmonger and
that's
say,
I was like,
"Well,
the
these
Democrats fearmonger.
yeah," but the Republicans will tell their base that like you're living in shit. There's
Mhm.
uh people out here killing people left and right. They're burning down cities. I have never seen a burn down city yet, so I'm still looking for that shit. They're thousands of migrants. They're emptying out their insane asylums. They're painting the scariest picture. 50 per, you know, your bills, your grocery bill is going up 60%. No, it hasn't. 20%. Inflation is still high, but it ain't never been no 60% like Donald Trump said. All these things are lies, and they believe it only because Donald Trump said it. So if Donald Trump said it, it must be true. They are painting a picture, making these people believe shit is worse than it actually is. But you're dealing with a base that's low information. You're dealing with a base that really doesn't come out of their bubble. A lot of these people do not come out of their bubble, so they don't really know the truth. They just think Chicago. No. And if one, I swear to God, bro, I'm gonna fucking throw something at my fucking TV if somebody else uses Chicago as a way to get their conservative opinion across, bro. I hate that.
I think the top 15 most dangerous cities just came out.
And Chicago wasn't even on the list. Chicago wasn't even on the list.
I think number one was still St. Louis or something.
It was St. Louis, Missouri.
Yeah.
Yep. Chicago wasn't even on the list.
Yeah.
So it's crazy how they can live in this way.
What they do is they tell their base that you want to win, we want to win, but if you're not winning, it's because of the Democrats. If you're not winning, it's because of inflation, it's because of Joe Biden, or you were winning more, 4 years ago.
That's just not fucking true.
But do you remember? Well, he said you had more money in your bank account 4 years ago.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't, because we were dealing with COVID. No, you didn't.
That's the point. Do you remember? Did you fact check it? Did you go to your bank and look? So that's the point. It's the idea
because Trump said it.
It's the idea. No, it's the idea that I'm telling you that the only reason you're losing, even if you're not, the only reason you're losing is because of them. And I need you to want to be a winner. And
bro,
you win when we win, even if you don't, even if it don't trickle down. That whole Reagan trickle down, even if it don't trickle down. But on the flip side, and this is what we were talking about when I was telling you about that Democrats don't offer. On the flip side, Democrats will say, vote for us to not let them do what they're doing. And they pitch this fear mongering. But when the idea of vote for us so they can't do what they're doing, it's like, well, what are you going to do? Well, we don't know yet, but
we ain't got an idea. We just we can't let that side win. We can't let that side win.
Exactly. We just can't let it happen. Like,
which is true. You can't let that side win, but you got to come with something.
The thing is, and this is what I was saying when we were talking, you have to earn my vote. You can't keep saying because I'm black. You can't keep saying because historically Democratic, the African Americans vote Democratic, that I'm counting on you to do what your forefathers have done on promises not realized, not discovered, and not going to be given. Because we saw what Biden did. Biden got in office and he immediately passed reform for anti hate crime bills for other races. Immediately. He immediately stuck his neck out for other races. And if it wasn't for South Carolina and the African American vote, he wouldn't have even been in the race. He didn't win Iowa.
Nope. Clyburn gave him that election, bro.
Exactly.
Clyburn won that election.
So here we go again with the, get in now and we'll get you on the back end. The back end never comes. And so you have to present a candidate that has some tangibles, that's not speaking in fear and because here's the thing, we know what Donald Trump's going to do, good or bad, and it's going to be bad. But you don't get to scare us into voting for you because of the presumption of bad. You have to do something, because this is why we have do nothing Congresses. And this is why every year the Congress that we have is just as bad as is worse than the previous one.
Yep.
So,
yeah,
it's a shit show. How you feel about them trying to push Biden out?
Okay, this was my whole thing, and I talked about it on the last podcast.
Oh, it's bigger than that now. You were prophetic. Was it? Is that it? Prophetic, prophesizing in the last podcast. But
I think okay, Biden won the election. Biden is the president. Biden He won the primary. It is his
What
decision to
primary?
go out. The primary he just won. The primary he won in the spring.
There was no primary.
Yeah, it was.
No, it wasn't.
You just didn't hear about it. Yes, it was. You just didn't hear about it because he beat. It was he was running against what's that? It's not Mouskowitz. I can't think of his name, but yeah, they had a primary.
That was dope.
I promise you, bro. Go look it up. Look it up while we talking.
Nah.
So it's his decision to get out. What I was saying on the last podcast, especially after the debate, is they should have had a conversation with him a long time ago, 2023, about this.
Bro, he's defiant.
Well, right now it looks like he's putting himself in front of the base. It sounds like he's putting himself before the party, but at the same time, that's still his decision. You guys are trying to work backwards, and this is the problem with the Democratic Party. Everybody want to cling on to power, and nobody is really sensible, including Biden and the people around him.
I'm gonna tell you, all these politicians, in my opinion, and this is the take that I don't say I got into it, but I made a comment on DL Hughley's Instagram page, and some of his followers, kind of clapped back. I don't give a fuck about that shit, but he was like, we're being stupid by saying that we're not going to vote for Biden because we know how bad Trump is. And I was like, this is the problem, though, because it's your generation. It's our parents, 50, 60-year-old generation that still want Paw to carry the torch for the family so you can go play. Like, we should not be trying to send 70-something-year-ass. I mean, to me, you're fucking, you want to see him die in office. Like why are you sending him to do your job because your generation can't get off your ass to lead? And now we have the senators and Supreme Court justices, and I mean, just today we have Sheila Jackson Lee. We have politicians dying in office because, one, they don't want to give away power, and two, no one challenges it for them or succeeds them. Biden, I'm the only one that can beat Trump. That is a very, prideful thing to say, for one. But somebody got to come up and say, "Hey, look, I'm gonna take you on seriously." And if and no disrespect, much love to you, but I'm a serious contender, and I'm going to take you on seriously. And just not let him have it by default when you see he's at a decline. Even and my thing is, put somebody in there to change the narrative, because Trump is just as it's like if you say, "Hey, Derek, you're old." Well, you're only a couple of years older than me. So if you jump out, then the next somebody younger say, "Well, now you're old." It's like if Biden leaves, Trump is old. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Biden is only
old. Now he's old fogey,
Biden is only old because he's 3 years or 2 years older than Trump.
Right. I see what you
changed the whole narrative.
But from Joe Biden's perspective, they haven't shown any data that, like, Kamala Harris is kind of linked to Joe Biden at this point because they both polling the same against Trump.
Bro, she has
nobody else comes close.
So I'm gonna tell you what really aggravated me today. Yesterday, Chuck Schumer came out and said that Biden should get out the race, and then shortly thereafter, either last night or early this morning, Nancy Pelosi said the same. And then tonight, Nancy Pelosi came out and said that there should be a open.
Now it's a clusterfuck. I know what you say. An open primary. And that's a clusterfuck.
Now, here's the thing. You're basically saying that it shouldn't be Kamala Harris. Now, I don't know if that's the right answer or not. It might be the right answer. Maybe it shouldn't be Kamala Harris.
Bro, I think
hold on. Let me finish.
Go ahead.
But if it's not her, you're not gonna win. And here's the reason why. Because she's the last winner. Whether it was Joe Biden or not, it was Joe Biden and her. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
All the money they raised is for Joe Biden and her. So if you
Mm-hmm.
pick someone else, they can't
Got to
give
start
them
over.
that money.
Yep. Got to start over.
You got to start all the way
Now you got
over.
to find new donors. You got it's a
All it,
clusterfuck, bro.
and then you have to get on the ballot in all the states. You see what I'm saying? And so even if you go to the convention and you vote somebody brand new in, you got to get that person on all the ballots in all the states, or you have to tell every Democrat to go vote in person and write in that name. And that ain't happening.
Wow.
While,
I don't know, bro. Like
while fundraising from scratch.
bro,
It's like
I think it's too late now, bro. Like I said, all this stuff that they're talking about now, they should have did that shit last year.
Papa Joe couldn't hear it.
But now we're playing, and when I say we, I mean those
Democrat.
that are, because I'm not a Democrat.
Yeah.
I'm not a Republican. I'm an independent, or maybe you could look at me as a libertarian if you wanted to. But now we're playing catch up at this point. We're playing catch up at this point because, like you said, they talk about open primary or going to the primary to have a real primary, which is fucking weird. Because when was bro? It's not the 1800s.
You've
You know what I'm
already
saying?
had a debate, bro.
Exactly.
The only
Exactly. But
person who could
that's what
succeed,
they're talking about, having an open primary at the convention. Like like at this point, we're fucking doomed because now you're working backwards, and there's no data to show that Kamala Harris or Biden can win.
no,
But
there's
if you put,
data there. I saw today there is data that say, now I wouldn't say the data didn't say that Kamala Harris can beat Trump. It
they
did
say
have
that's a path.
it did have it did have her closer than Biden. But the
Okay.
part that hurt was that it had the majority of black women voters not voting for Biden anymore. So if black women voters are not going to come out and vote for Biden, he's fucked. Like there is no path for him to the presidency if
But
black women voters don't vote for him.
here's my point. If you put Kamala Harris in now,
Uh-huh.
are elderly white people
I
gonna
don't
vote for
know.
Kamala Harris?
Don't know.
Because those people love Biden. So it's
It
bro,
depends on it. Biden will
bro.
have to give her his full blessing, and they would have to pick a great vice president.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Bro, it could
she would
be
have to pick
done,
like
but bro,
Kelly. She had to pick like Kelly out of Arizona, or
like an all female ticket.
the chick out of Michigan. The was
Whitmer,
it Gretchen Whitman? Yeah, out
Gretchen
of
Whitmer,
Michigan,
yeah,
something like that. But
yeah.
it would have to be a dynamic ticket for her to push past Vance, JD
Bro,
Vance.
you know what is fucked up as it is to say. I think this was a lot. I think this was one of Hillary's big problems.
Mhm.
A lot of people just ain't really willing to put a woman in the office.
Well, that's the reality that a lot of people didn't want to cop to. That Hillary didn't win because a lot of women just didn't vote for her, and they tried to
Mm-hmm.
make it. They tried to make it out to seem that I screwed up my camera. They tried to make
Yeah,
it
I
out
was about
to
to tell
seem,
you, zoom back out, bro.
yeah. They tried to make it out to seem that 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 white men just didn't vote for Hillary, but white women didn't vote for Hillary.
Yeah. No,
You know,
it's not. A lot
or
of
they said they were
people.
going to vote for
I'd say
her.
a lot of men, but a lot of people aren't just gonna put. It's fucked up to even say that.
A lot of
It's fucked
women
up to
don't
even
think
say that.
that a woman should be president,
Yes.
or
Yes.
a lot of women got in that booth and they said one thing, and they got in that booth and did what their husband told them to do, or they
Reality
did
hit,
what
bro.
they yeah.
Reality hit.
And I mean that's sad, but that's how it played out.
Bro, it's, you know what? They need to uh they need to they need to put. They might need to just put together that all female ticket, bro, and just hope Donald Trump say something stupid, bro. like, I mean, that might be it, bro. That might right there. That might be the answer. That might be the answer.
I don't know if that's gonna work, bro.
Well, I mean, what else can they do? It's either like, again, you're starting from scratch.
If you put together
especially
that
if they,
all-female
if
ticket,
especially
again, if you put
go ahead.
together that all-female ticket, do white men vote for?
And that's the concern, because you even then, even if you go with like what's the governor of Maryland, the black dude, if they go with him and then they go with
You ain't gonna do
Kamala Harris,
black ticket. That's just not.
but okay, put a white man in there. You're
That's why I
still
said
asking.
Kelly.
You're still asking for a white man to vote for a black woman as president, commander in chief, bro. I don't know, like it. Like I said, shame on those people who didn't tell Joe Biden in 2023 that Joe, it's time to move on. Joe, you did a lot for the party. Joe, you did. I mean, your first few years with all the legislation and the bipartisan legislation you did what nobody could do. You got Trump out of office. You are a patriot. But it's time to move on.
You got Trump out of office and you got America through COVID and the stock market back up. That's what he said he was gonna do when he came in. Yep. He promised student loan debt. He didn't do it, but he did. I mean,
he did get that student loan debt.
That's what I said. Some people did get a lot of relief. So,
bro, a lot of people got that. Yeah. I did not know this many people got that student. Yeah. He did something like recently where a lot of people are getting.
I was watching a video and like it was some people talking about they got like 6 figures off their back, like $150,000 in loans. So I mean, so like you may not hit it the way you want to hit it, but I mean you did
a lot of people.
So like
I'm gonna search it while you talking. I'm gonna search.
You can gracefully bow out, bro. But again, that's the problem with this Congress. The Supreme Court, they can't gracefully bow out, bro. They just can't fucking and I don't know if it's just these old people don't want to go or they don't have nothing to do. Like I had this one guy at my job that I recently had to let go. And this dude was just like, "What am I gonna do?"
Maybe you shouldn't talk about that.
No, I'm just saying, it's all good. But he was like, "Well, what am I gonna do if I don't come in?" And I'm like, "Man, this is like your second retirement, bro. Like you've already retired once. Like go home, get healthy. You know what I'm saying? Like take care of yourself. Like And he's like, "Well, what if something comes up that only I know?" I'm like, "Bro, we got it." You know what I'm saying? Like, but and it was sad, but he just didn't know what to do to not come and do what we do. And it's like some of these guys just can't let it go, man. They gonna be like you could tell some of these. What was that lady that Diane Feinstein? What's her name? What
Diane Feinstein?
Man, we saw this lady just.
She looked decrepit, bro.
Man, like, you remember like when she was like they were telling her this is not what we're voting for. Like they were just.
Oh yeah, bro. She was in there and she was talking and they were like, we're not talking about that. We're talking about something else now.
But you couldn't make her stop.
Yeah,
you couldn't tell her like enough is enough.
Bro, you want to know how many people got the student loan forgiveness?
How many?
152,880.
Wow.
From this account. A lot of people got that shit, bro.
Wow.
And like at first he couldn't do it. They couldn't, and then it was like court. I mean, they sued Biden for doing it, but he found some loophole to get it through sometime this year. Now what I'm seeing, because I'm seeing it from state by state, the majority of these people are coming from red states, bro. Texas leads the way. About 14,000 people over in Texas got this student loan forgiveness. The majority of this shit is coming from red states.
They probably had
Florida.
The majority of those bullshit ass Maury Povich colleges.
What the fuck is a Maury Povich?
You know the college commercials you see on Maury was those bullshit ass colleges that was taking people money with those crazy ass loans.
Bro.
them colleges that you get your degree in 6 weeks and then you find out some bullshit ass college, Trump University. You know what I'm saying?
That's funny, bro. That's funny. But yeah, bro, I think I don't know, man. Like they got to figure this shit out by next week. I think it may be too late, but they got to figure this shit out. And you know what? I don't like to. I'm not a fan of what's her name? OOC, OAC, AOC.
AOC. Yeah.
I'm not a fan of hers, but she said it right, man. This right here looks bad. This is like chaos right now. Like this is bad. And it is. It totally is. It looks bad. You're talking about a party that was just a month ago, total dysfunction. All summer, total dysfunction. All spring and winter, dysfunction. They couldn't agree on shit, and they look unified. They look like a fucking army. And y'all can't even figure out right now who you want to be president.
No.
And then the president is having debates.
Well, look at the shift in dysfunction.
Looking like he's going through dementia.
Look at the shift in dysfunction, though. Just a couple of months ago, you had them throwing speakers out in the Republican Party, and they didn't figure it out, and they unified and they ready. And the Democratic Party was unified, and now 31 members of Congress is telling Biden to jump out today, to drop out. And then tonight, Nancy Pelosi is saying that, have an open
by Zoom, on a Zoom call, bro. She said, well, she didn't say that, but people are saying that they should do it by Zoom call.
Man,
and
did you hear that?
If
Zoom
they don't,
call?
they're gonna have to do it though. If they don't stand behind Kamala Harris, they're gonna have to do it like that, or they're gonna have to sit in a room and do it.
Bro,
and if they don't do that, then they're gonna have to do it at the DNC.
If they don't,
which is fucking ridiculous.
I was listening to Bill de Blasio, and he's like, do an open forum, but just let Kamala Harris win. But Biden and Harris have such a big war chest right now. If it ain't her, all that money can't get used.
Yep. What do they do with that money?
Who the fuck knows? But they can't.
They can't use it. Yep.
They can't. If it's her, she can still use it because she's still on the ticket, even though Biden's not. But if it's some new person, they got to fundraise all over again. And ain't nobody start. Not to mention they got to stump, so they got to get new. You gotta get new ground roots people back out there. Ain't nobody doing that.
It's donors out there, bro. It's donors out there saying that they don't even want Kamala Harris. So this shit is a fucking clusterfuck right now, bro.
But see, the donors that don't want Kamala Harris is fine because they already got a good amount of money, and they'll come around. They may not want to donate no more, but they'll come around like you and say, "But I can't vote for Trump." So I ain't gonna give you no more money, but I can't vote for Trump. But you got so many hundreds of millions of dollars, so you good. But do I think that a brand new president, vice president candidate can raise the type of money that Biden and her have in this little time?
Nope.
Never. Never. And Trump and Vance will be running 2 ads to every one that 2 or 3 ads to every one that it'll be.
And they got a lot of money. You know what? They ain't even spent their money yet. That's the crazy thing.
Trump spent the majority of it. He spent the majority of his money on the what's name.
No, bro. They showed today that they, for every 3 or 4 ads that the Democrats are doing, they doing one. Like they're not spending that much money. They're saving their money for whatever reason.
But I'm gonna tell you the true cost, though. The true cost is how many House and Senate seats do you lose if you run with Biden?
They complaining too, and them polls are down.
If Biden run, some people might just not show up. I already told you I'm not voting for Biden.
Bro, I vote for a salami sandwich before I vote for Donald Trump, bro.
I ain't voting for Trump either. I'm a registered independent as well, and I always vote for the best person that I feel for the job, no matter the party. And that's what I love about Virginia. You can vote for whoever you want, Virginia is one of those states that you don't have to vote down the party line. But I will not vote for either one of these men. I will vote every other. I will fill every other box, but I will not vote for any one of these men. I cannot make myself vote for Donald Trump, but by the same right, you cannot force a aging, damn near senile old man down my throat and tell me that he's okay. He's not. Bro, did you hear the video? Did you hear the Zoom call with him and the NAACP? With Biden and the NAACP last week?
Yeah, the one where he
embarrassing.
Jesus, bro. What did that do? He said something so crazy, bro.
He was talking about minorities and how blacks will be. I don't even want to repeat it on this call.
Bro, he said something that it was like the worst one though. But I mean, we heard this dude say Donald Trump was his vice president. We heard him call
did you see
in the same day with 10 minutes apart from each other?
Did you see his cabinet when he said it?
Yeah.
They
this
all
dude called
like,
Putin Zelensky Putin. Like, it was crazy. But then whatever he said, what did he say, bro? I forget what he said. I know I was just like, wow,
I'm not gonna say it on your pod. I'll send it to you.
But he said something so crazy that I was like, oh, that's the worst one.
Yeah.
And you know, here's the thing, bro. And I said it on the last podcast. Biden, y'all don't have to kick him out of the party. He can be a part of it. You know what I'm saying? He can advocate for, but is he going to be this disgruntled person? And that's my fear. That's a fear I have, that he's going to be so mad because you know what?
He's not well, and he's defiant. He's even. I'm gonna tell you.
Like, but is he defiant to a fault?
Yes.
Like it is. Yes.
You know how you know how you could tell? Because this motherfucker got COVID right now, and he won't wear a mask because he don't want to look weak. Have you seen him with a mask since he's been diagnosed with COVID?
Nope. Walking straight past servicemen. I saw it.
He don't want to look any weaker than he is. And that's that indignant defiance that I'm the guy. I'm good. And that's that same hubris that took him to that debate and got his ass whopped.
Bro, shame on his wife for doing that, bro. If anybody know this dude's mental capacity, it's his wife.
The video when he walked up to the lady he thought was his wife and almost kissed her?
No, I didn't see that, bro.
It was
shame on his wife, bro. Shame on his wife because she knew what situation he is, and
she's trying though. You see her all the time trying, but she old too.
Bro,
I think it was at
she
the
can
Medal,
go to her husband. Bro, a woman,
Medal of Honor.
Bro, a woman has a certain touch to get her man to do what's right. If she ain't used that, get the fuck out of here, bro. She could have been did what gave Joe something he ain't had in 20 years. You know what I'm saying? And just let him know, Joe, you got to get
that dude. That dude need to go ahead and pardon his son, and pardon his brother, and pardon himself, and get the fuck out the way. And that's it. Get the fuck out the way.
Yeah. I mean, I can't disagree, bro.
Even if the Dems lose, even if Kamala lose, it's a better chance that they retain more seats in Congress without
so this
Joe
dude
Biden.
Can't just have his way. Yeah,
so,
that's true.
Trump can't have his way.
This is 100% true, bro.
Trump on top, with Biden on top of that ticket, Trump's gonna get it all. And if he gets it all, he's gonna install himself as king. And he's just a senile. So do you want a senile Biden, or do you want a senile king?
Anything else we need to talk about before we get out of here, bro?
What else do we say?
I think that's it, bro.
I'm going to see Deadpool on Thursday. You going?
I need a review, bro. Do a review for me.
I got you. I'm
do a review because I ain't watching that shit.
I'm
not a Deadpool fan, bro. I'm not a Deadpool fan.
You're not going to see Deadpool, bro?
I'm not. You know what? I'm not. Crazy. I'm just not a Deadpool fan, bro. I can't. You a
Marvel fan though?
I'm a Marvel fan, but like I don't know, bro. I don't like.
Bro. This is gonna tie it all, bro. This is gonna
bring. I know, bro. I'm just not a Deadpool fan. It's a tough watch for me, bro.
Really,
it's a tough watch.
Did you watch Logan?
Yes.
Did you like it?
I was high. So like I don't remember it that much, bro. But I remember
high.
That's crazy because I remember like the fight scene in the parking lot when it first came on, and I told myself I'm way too high to be watching this. Let me try to watch it tomorrow. And the next day I was high. But this was years ago, bro. It's like when it first came to the streaming platforms.
I'll give you a review. I'm gonna
Give me a review. I'm not.
Thursday.
I can't. I can't do the Deadpool. I could do like I'm fine with Wolverine. Deadpool is too much, bro. It's too that breaking the fourth wall.
It's too sticky for you.
It's too sticky, bro.
Nah.
It's too sticky. It's too wonky, bro. I don't like Deadpool, and I just don't even think he should be in these phases. I'm just gonna say it, bro. Like it's too off the wall. I don't want to see Thor walking around with Deadpool, and now he got to do the same shit that he gotta acknowledge the fact that the fourth wall could be broken. I don't want to see that shit.
So here's the one cool factor about Deadpool, in the comics and things. He's the only one that can do it. So it's not like everybody gets.
Yes, but if you're on the screen and he's doing it, you're a part of it, and you have to acknowledge that he can do that. So it's too wonky for me, bro.
He's the only one that can do it, for one.
No, bro, because I saw I saw She-Hulk do it too.
That was such a fucking rip, bro. She does do it in the comics, but even in the comics, it's a rip off his shit. It's the only logical way that is very unique how they're trying to bring in Fox into the MCU, because they're using Loki to do it. You saw Loki, right?
Yes.
So you know how the TVA, every time a timeline split, so they're using that lost land where the Leviathan is, or whatever that monster was. They're using that lost land where they pruned things and it went to and that's where all Fox is now. So basically they pruned the Fox timeline all out, and that's where he's going to get Logan to, and that's how they're gonna bring
the X-Men,
the Fox movies into the MCU. So it's very they do.
So you saying I should watch it just to progress the story?
I'm saying I will go watch it and I'll give you an honest review.
When are you going to see it? When are you going to see it?
I'm going to see it opening night.
When is it? Tonight?
Thursday night.
Thursday night.
You know how I do.
Bro. I might go, but I'm just letting you know, bro.
You know how
Deadpool is a tough watch.
Movies. I go on.
Shout out to Charlie G, who's the biggest.
Second biggest.
The second biggest. Are you you a big Deadpool fan?
Oh, I thought you said okay. I thought you were gonna say Marvel, but go ahead. You can give him Deadpool.
No. Charlie G is a huge
Deadpool
fan. I'm just it's too much for me, bro. You opening that curtain too much, bro.
Like I'm interested to see how they make the MCU connection. And when I saw that lost land that was on Loki, it kind of make a little sense. And so I want to see how they play it. And I do like the sticky Deadpool storylines. I didn't like
slapstick, bro. I don't like slapstick like that, bro.
I didn't like number 2 as much as I like number 1, but I can see how
I didn't even bother with number. I saw Deadpool 1. I didn't even bother with Deadpool 2.
I can see how they can use that to bring the MCU bring Fox into the MCU clean. It can be a clean, like even though it's Deadpool, and there is no other. They couldn't use an Avenger to bring
makes sense.
Them into the MCU. I know what you mean. So they had to use this sticky Deadpool Wolverine that already has a storyline to, So I'm interested to see how they weave it in. And so
you know what, I am curious because we saw Logan die. So what is this Logan after we thought he died, or is
I
this
think
like
that plays
before
in.
Logan died, or is this a different timeline, or is this a different universe?
I think all that plays in.
Okay.
Because the final trailer came out today, and in the final trailer today, his daughter was on it,
Okay.
and so his daughter was the one in that Logan movie. So I think it all, they're going to figure out a way with the Loki theme to make all those timelines connect. So
All
again,
right. So what
I'm
I
more
need you
so
to do,
interested to see how they weave it. So
what I need you to do, the night that you see it, make a video, give me a full review.
I got you.
If you got 10 minutes to do it, do it. And I throw it on the pod, bro.
I got
I
you.
throw it on the pod.
I got you. You
But
know I'm gonna see it twice, so
yeah, you got to see it alone and with the family.
you know how I do it, man.
Yep.
You know how I do it.
Yep. All right, everybody. That's it. I ain't got no more, man. Episode 78 of the Dummast Podcast. We talked about a lot of politics. We talked about Donald Trump. We talked about assassination attempts. We talked about everything, and I can't wait to clip this up. This is the first time in a while I've had a co-host, so I like that. Gonna have to do this more often.
Hey, man, school's out, bro. Whenever you need me.
School's out. Oh, school out for you. No, my kid's about to go back in less than 3 weeks, I think.
I graduated. I'm done.
Let's go. Let's get it. All right, we out, y'all. Peace.
Later.